To me, comedy is the one thing that can answer any question. I always said comedians are the modern day philosophers of our times. You say Socrates, I say George Carlin. You say Plato, I say Louis C.K. The world, to me, is nothing but a stage to perform on. Some might even say that God himself is the greatest comedian of all. He's the one who invented all of this funny stuff, after all. Clowns, Pop-Tarts, cartoons. You know what's really funny, though? Wild animals being kept within the confines of captivity, or endangered species being poached. I love going to the zoo and looking a lion right in the eye and just laughing right in its face, knowing that it can't do anything about it because he's in a cage. I love seeing a dead rhinoceros and just laughing at it because I know it could never kill me, even though it's bigger than me, because I have a gun and that I can fetch a huge price for its ivory on the black market. That's always been so hilarious to me. Moving on. So, have you ever heard of the age-old riddle? It's how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? I have actually tried to count once. I counted up to 57 licks. That was the highest number that I knew. So, I had to stop there. I guess it's true what they say. The world may never know. Hopefully next week during my remedial geometry class, I'll learn a few more numbers. Imagine if I learned 57 more numbers. That would be like 65 numbers total then. Yeah. You know what else is true? Comedians are actually the geniuses of the modern age as well. Anyone can write an equation or solve a math problem. I'd like to see Einstein try and write a joke. Hey Einstein, stick to the books. You want to do comedy, you're in my realm now. Am I right? I have actually been called the greatest comedy genius of our times by so many people now. But at the end of the day, I didn't get into this so people would call me a genius. I have been called the last true cowboy of the modern comedic era. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but I have had a lot of people say that to me. I've also been called the comedy outlaw in many circles. Because my comedy is so controversial, it's actually been outlawed already in many parts of the world. Like, you know how cows are sacred in India? I have a whole bit about cows. Cows. What are they? Like the sequel to goats or something? Like a new Pokemon evolution mode that someone just made up? That joke is banned in all of Central Asia. It's one of my most controversial jokes because, like I said, cows are sacred in India. But at the end of the day, I am just one man, just one poor fool fretting his hour upon the stage. And then he is no more. One of my personal heroes, William T. Shakespeare, said that. I'm not really sure what it means, to be quite honest. To be or not to be. That is, yeah, that's what it is. I do know what that one means. It's referring to the rapper Little B, I think, and how his music is the modern-day Shakespeare. Am I joking when I say that, or am I serious? You never know with me. That's the thing about comedy. It always walks the line between tragedy, between joy. One minute I'm making you cry with a sad tale. The next I'm bringing the laughs. You never know when I might pull off a joke on you. My grandma learned that the hard way when I rubbed castor oil all over the steps and she slipped and broke both her legs. That's why they refer to me as the modern-day Andy Kaufman. I'm one of the greatest performance artists of this generation. That's what a lot of people say. Mike Cernovich himself said that. When I perform, it is art. I'm not just a comedian, you know. I'm also a fry cook down at the local McDonald's. Well, comedy doesn't really pay the bills for me. Actually, I have to pay to allow club owners to let me on stage because I've caused so many incidents now at comedy clubs. One time I lit myself on fire on the stage. Well, that was on accident when I was trying to do a magic trick, actually. Another time I had a racist tirade like Kramer did. I didn't really know what I was saying, though, in my defense. I just saw the video of Kramer screaming the N-word, and I thought that that's what stand-up comedy was. So I just repeated everything he said. I'm actually banned from most public speaking venues now. I'm also banned from Walmart for throwing a tantrum and destroying the store with a sledgehammer. This one time my mom wouldn't buy me a toy that I wanted. Hey Mom, you better get me a Yu-Gi-Oh pack or I'll cry myself into a seizure. Bust open a blood vessel in my eye from crying so much and then tell my teachers at school the next day you smacked me around. My parents know better than to mess with me by now. Oh hey Mom, we're at Walmart? Yeah, a couple things you're gonna need to buy for me, or else I'll start screaming. I'll take a Tamagotchi, one Yak Back, one holographic Duncan brand yo-yo, a tube of Pogs, a 12-pack of Surge Cola, a couple pairs of JNCO jeans, a new Mighty Max, some Street Sharks, a shtickle of Gak, a Furby, every Beanie Baby in the store, and to top the evening off, one copy of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories for the PS1. Break out the checkbook, Mom. I didn't ask to be born. You try to clip my nails and give me haircuts while I'm sleeping? You better hope I don't wake up, 'cause I'll break your wrist if I catch you in my room after sundown. If you read my diary, I'll run away from home. Yeah. I cried when the nurse made me pull down my underwear. So what? Yeah, I cried on Christmas, 'cause you didn't give me that vibrating Harry Potter broomstick I asked for. What are you going to do about it? I'll cry every single day and humiliate you every single day of my life. Your life, if I have to. This is what I do. This is what I'm about. You brought me into this world. Now reap the whirlwind. Yeah. No, I don't even remember what I was talking about originally, but that's it, I guess. Please donate to my Patreon. Bg Kumbi. Goodbye.